want Moses Itauma, says Richard Torres. He says that he would want to fight Moses Itauma next. And heavyweight contender talks to boxing scene Tom Evers at the World Boxing Championships in Liverpool, and he talks about a potential fight with Moses Itauma. And let me counterpunch. I think Moses fighting Richard Torres is a very good fight. I think that's the type of fight that we need. You know what I mean? That's what builds resumes. That's what shows us if he is pound for pound like Ben Davison claimed. These are the fights that he needs to fight. You know, Charles Martin has mentioned, hey, I want to fight and take on Moses Itauma too. So I think this is what's going to start happening, or what's going to have to start happening. Moses Itauma is going to start having to fight guys like Terrence Crawford did, because unfortunately, people are not trying to get in the ring with him that are those star British names. Well, he's going to have to go abroad. He's going to have to show people that, look, I can fight in people's backyard. Bars. Right? I do think that that's what he needs to do. He needs to fight Jermaine Franklin, Charles Martin, Richard Torres, Jared Anderson. You know, those are fights that he needs to take, and I think sooner better than later, because, you know, Jared Anderson only had one loss, and that was to Martin McCauley. I think Martin McCauley, Philip Hergovic, Joseph Parker, those type of guys like that, you know, I think they feel that they're farther along than Moses, you know, rightfully so. But I think Moses is going to have to make his own way. How do you do that? Start getting fights and fight the fighters that are undefeated. Terramona is another fight that I think should be done and can be done. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot of fights that he can make, you know, before coming and being accepted into the UK graces, based on the fact that, hey, I'm knocking these guys out, but he may be doing it a little bit too good because the fighters are reluctant to get in the ring with him, you know? So I do think that Richard Torres, if he wants it, he needs to contact good old Frank. If he wants it. Maybe, you know, some fighters though, some American fighters, they are known for calling out people, especially in the UK, especially someone building their resume, you know, and call out and talk a good game, but at the same time, nothing happens. So let's hope Richard Torres is not one of those guys, because I'm sick of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm sick of I'll fight him next, and this, that, and the other. And then when they offer you a contract, ain't enough money or whatever. So that means you won't fight him. That means you're not willing to fight him. That means you don't want that fight. You know what I mean? And it may not be for the money. You just thought it would be more because you know the risk involved. And that's not what you said. You said that you'll fight him next. That's what Richard Torres said. Let's hope we get what he said to be true. You guys tell me what you think of Richard Torres taking on Moses Itauma, willing to take on Moses Itauma. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.